Hello, my lovelies. 8 new BL trailers just dropped, and I've got thoughts. Some are just giving tension, chemistry, and a budget, others recycle plots, dead eyes, and dialogues that already feel like a chore. I'm not here to fake hype. If it's bland, I'm calling it bland, and if it's serving, I'll give it the crown it deserves. Expect honesty, side eye, and maybe a few unexpected slays. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's see who's bringing the heat and who's already halfway to Flop City before episode 1 even airs. My Magic Prophecy starring Jimmy and C is set to drop on GMM TV's YouTube on July 27th with 10 episodes. And listen, I yawned and rolled my eyes 10 times during the 3-minute trailer. What does that tell you? I'll let you guess. Now, I'm a Jimmy C fan, always have been. Ever since Vice Versa, I've loved their dynamic and acting range. But this plot, it's just not doing anything for me. It follows a cynical doctor who's forced to believe in a tarot reader's predictions after a string of misfortunes. So the two of them run off to the countryside and, shocker, fall in love while hiding from danger. Why do I feel like I've seen this storyline before even though I can't pinpoint where? The chemistry is there, sure, but everything else feels flat, bland, outdated, like something that should have aired in 2020 but got delayed 5 years and dumped into 2025. It's not offensive, it's just aggressively beige. Teach Me, Touch Me is a Thai BL series starring Chalam and James, and let me be honest, the trailer had no subtitles, so I was relying purely on vibes and facial expressions. And based on that, it's giving cringe galore and high drama. But you know what? I'm not mad at it. If the storyline holds together and the heat between Chalam and James, which was very present in that trailer, stays consistent, then I'm definitely tuning in. I don't need flashy production or big name actors, just give me solid chemistry, clear emotional stakes, and a plot I can follow without pulling my hair out. From what I've gathered, it's about a 34-year-old playboy businessman named Kanti who ends up in a club hotel room with a 4th-year university student named Gya. Kanti initially turns him down for being too inexperienced in the adult department, but Gya doesn't give up. He wants to learn and he wants him to be the teacher. Messy? Absolutely. But if it leans into the chaos with intention and gives me that push and pull tension I live for, I'll be seated. Guys, I'm not even going to lie to you, I'm absolutely obsessed with the teasers and trailer for the upcoming Taiwanese drama Secret Lovers. It drops on July 22nd, and I genuinely think this is the series that could put Taiwanese BLs back in the spotlight after a quiet year. It's just so right up my alley. The series is based on a Japanese manga, and I believe it's the first time Taiwan has adapted one, which is exciting in itself. The story follows two childhood friends, Han Tuo and Junshi, who are basically inseparable. Han Tuo is the outgoing, popular type with a long list of ex-girlfriends, while Junshi is more reserved and still inexperienced. He asks Han Tuo to teach him how to get a girlfriend, but those so-called lessons spiral into something much steamier than either of them expected. From what I've seen, this drama promises everything. Comedy, emotional tension, confusing feelings, angst, and yes, the classic friends to lovers journey we live for. I'm counting down the days. Yen War are finally back with a proper BL. And by proper, I mean a series that actually centers on their romance instead of half-baked heists or unnecessary angst. This is the kind of story that deserves their chemistry, their charm, and their full emotional range. It's about time. Even better, we're getting possessive, jealous Yin again, the version that always leaves an impact. And the surprise cherry on top? Tae is back. Yes, Tae. Honestly, I'm low-key grateful that a certain actor named Prom got caught up in a scandal and won't be touching this role. Because now we've got handsome, expressive Tae instead. The trailer is funny, energetic, and actually feels like a series with direction. The plot? Okay, TR, a police officer, is forced to marry his junior sergeant to ward off bad luck. A contract marriage for 6 months with plans to divorce. But of course, feelings get in the way. Complications, jealousy, longing. Yes, I'm ready. I just wish it wasn't scheduled for 2026. I need this now. Shine is here, shine is here, shine is here. Shout it from the rooftops, shout it from the stadiums, shout it from the beaches. My Lapo are back, and this time it's not just boys love, it's man love. That's what they're calling it, and that's exactly what the trailer is giving. This is a story about grown men, not teens, not university crushes, real adults falling in love. And I'm living for the full retro vibes. The 70s aesthetic, the rock and roll era, the outfits, the music, the lighting, it's all fully committed, and I'm completely ready to dive into the politics, the drama, the personal conflicts, and the kind of pure love that rises out of chaos. Enter Dr. Trin and the young rebel Tanwa. Miles' rockstar look, I'm obsessed. Apo's serious professor energy, I love it. And with big names like Ob and Son Yuke also in the cast, it's clear this is a production, not a filler series. My only complaint, it's just 8 episodes. Only 8. I wish it had the full run like in Porsche, because this world deserves more. I'm the Most Beautiful Can't is hands down the series I'm most excited for. Why does it look so chaotic, so bold, so hilariously unhinged? A sassy modern day queen waking up in the Thornbury kingdom? I can already feel the cultural whiplash, and I live for it. This role fits Nut like a glove. He radiates that dramatic, no nonsense, fabulous energy, and watching him navigate a world full of bare chested, traditionally dressed Thai men from the past? Yes, absolutely yes! His character lusting after serious royal guards and muscular noblemen is exactly the kind of mess I want to see. Ping, by the way, is looking unreal. He's bulked up for this role and is giving full-on rugged historical heartthrob. The man looks like he could carry Nut and a royal elephant at the same time. I already know the visual contrast between Nut's dainty drama and Ping's brute strength is going to be top-tier entertainment. Plot-wise, it follows Prince, a famous actor who comes out as queer and rises to stardom, only to wake up in the body of a ridiculously handsome noble during the Thornbury era. Drama, confusion, scandalous romance, I want it all. It premieres 1st August. My calendar's marked, my snacks are ready. Be My Soulmate starring Moss and Bank. More like Be My Cursemate, because I can already tell I'll be cursing my lungs out in frustration if I ever sit through this. The trailer alone had me buried under my pillows from sheer secondhand embarrassment. I'm not even dramatic, I shuddered. Bank's acting in the pilot, it made me want to pluck my own eyeball out just to stop watching. And don't get me started on Moss's bowl cut. That haircut on a grown man, catastrophic. The tone, the visuals, the pacing, all of it just feels so painfully awkward. It's one of those trailers where you can already sense the plot will be chaotic for all the wrong reasons. The chemistry will be forced and the cringe will be chronic. And let's be honest, even if by some miracle I wanted to watch it, we all know how Star Hunter operates. It will probably be 2027 before this thing actually finishes filming. So I'm skipping the stress and manifesting peace for now. Let me just say it outright, I'm gutted that Gunn was replaced in this series. Replacing him with Lee Long-shi, it's definitely a choice. I've never been particularly impressed by his acting, so that casting change alone had me side-eyeing from the start. But I can't lie, the trailer is looking messy, hot, and interesting, which means yes, I'll be tuning in. I'm a fan of Mon and Park, even though Mission to the Moon didn't really do it for me, but I've seen them in Two Worlds and Knock Knock Boys, and they always bring something fun to the screen. So I'm actually curious to see what they will do here. As for Lee Long-shi and I'm keeping expectations cautiously optimistic. If the chemistry is believable and the storyline stays coherent, I'll be locked in. The series drops July 20th and follows two BL couples in a university medical setting. Give me tension, give me drama, give me believable connection, and I'll stay. But if it leans too much into chaos for chaos's sake, then I might be ducking out early. And that's a wrap on my first impressions of these upcoming BL trailers. Some are giving pure potential, some are already testing my patience, and a few might just surprise us, for better or for worse. Either way, I'll be watching with snacks, side eye, and a lot of opinions. Let me know in the comments which ones you're most excited for or dreading. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the chaos when these actually air. See you in my next one, lovelies. Bye.